Welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Oh, welcome to My The Asshole Podcast. It's another Sunday episode here with our boy, Mike, the Rig 4, the Don. What's going on with you, homie?
Hey, what's up? Good to be back. Excited to see everyone. Excited to see the video. Excited to get back into it. I hope y'all had a good week. You already know Daddy's home, so.
Oh yeah, man. We gotta play his intro song. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Hope you guys had a good week. I know I didn't. Man, it has been a motherfucking week. But you know, I always get to end the week with this. And that's what I enjoy the most. Like, I go through the week and I'm just like, this much closer to Sunday. This much closer to Sunday. This much closer to Sunday. Get to see my guy. We get to film, watch some crazy videos, and have a good time. Like, that's what it's all about, man. But, yeah, man, we're going to jump, like, right on into it. This video was sent in by some supporters. And they were like, well, since, you know, you're a dad, they're like, we want to get your thoughts on this scenario. So we're gonna just like jump right on into it. Hold on here. We might actually have to do this one. There we go. That way you guys can see it better. All right.
If we're married, we have 3 children, and there's a house fire, either save the 3 children in the basement or you can save me in the bedroom. Who are you saving?
I'm gonna save my kids.
You're gonna save the kids and not your wife?
My wife has already lived, let's say, 40 years, right?
I'm not 40.
Whatever the age is, whatever the age that we decided on.
You can't have sex with your kids, but you can have sex with your wife.
But sex isn't my motivating and driving factor in life. It's not the only thing that matters.
Who would you save in a fire, me or your mother? He's saying his mom, I already know.
Yeah, I'll save my mother. Yeah.
I'm dead.
So what do you think about that?
Excellent. This, number one, says a lot about her. Just due to the fact that she said you can't have sex with your kids.
That part is crazy.
Yeah.
She's you can't have, mind you, I haven't watched this either. I was just told to show this to you.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'm as shocked as you are.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, what huh? You said what?
That's insane.
Yeah, I can have sex with what?
Yeah.
Oh shit, bro.
That just goes to show that women really think that they just hold a lot more power with the idea of around their coochie, you know? And they're just so delusional when they come to that mindset where it's like I've had this conversation with my wife where it'd be the exact same thing. I'm saving the kids.
Yeah.
She agreed, save the kids.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
not an issue, right?
Yeah,
We're both
yeah.
in agreement there. But
Okay.
I feel like you're kind of a dumb woman if you think that a husband should save you over the kids.
Oh, 100%.
Because kids are, in fact, a lot less likely to be able to save themselves, whereas you as a grown woman should be able to save yourself from a fire.
Right, I would think you would have the cognitive ability to be like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I need to leave the house, as to where the kids don't know.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh my god, whoa, are we having a party?
Yeah.
Oh, like they don't fucking know. Like,
Maybe not that to that extent, but the idea
well,
is there.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I say that because there was a video of these dudes, and I think it was like 2 or 3 dudes. They dressed up as UPS workers, and they ran up into this house trying to like steal money and stuff. And mind you, they got mom and dad and the brother at gunpoint. Mm-hmm. And so, but the little kids are just running around. They're like, oh my god, oh, they're like, they don't know what's going on.
Right.
They're just running around having a good time. And so these dudes find out like there's no money in the house and this and that, and it's a botched job, all this kind of stuff. And so then they shoot the mom, they shoot the dad, and they shoot the brother. And the only person that is or the only people that are alive are the two little kids.
Mhm.
And the little kids are just running around like, oh my God, oh, wake up, Dad. Wake up. What's going on? They left. Oh, like they don't know what's going on. And then the police show up and the police are like, hey, little buddy, like, come here. And he's just running around like, no, chase me. Like, they literally don't know what's going on. They think it's a fucking party when it's like the most dire situation possible.
Yeah.
That's why you save the kids first as a dad. Because they don't know. They're just like, yeah. Oh my God, it's a huge fire. We're having fun.
Yeah, I think that depends on how old they are. If they're in diapers, 100%, they're gonna think everything's fucking
Yeah.
hunky dory, cupcakes, rainbows, unicorns,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. My kids, being 8 and 6, we've already addressed the idea of intruders, fires, who to trust as an adult.
Yeah.
Make sure you visually see someone before you trust their words, that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
stuff, right? Because you're not gonna just trust every voice that you hear,
Oh,
right?
100%.
So for my kids, I know them. They would freeze up in a scenario like that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not fair to them to leave them in that scenario when they would be looking for myself or their mother, right?
Yeah.
Whereas my wife, she has a little bit more competence. If it was something like where the bedroom door was on fire, we have 2 exits anyways. So if somehow both of those exits were blocked off and she was stuck in there, like, she would understand, like, my time has come. He's saving my daughters. I would do my best to save my daughters and come back in and try to get her, but she knows that my first thing would be them two and then her.
I'm sorry. He said my time has come.
Oh wow.
Oh my God, bro. I don't know. When the moment you said that, for some reason, I just like see you and the kids outside, and she's just like,
Fuck.
she's just reaching her hand out, and the house just falls on her.
No. God damn it.
Just accepting her fate.
That'd be terrible.
Oh my God, that would be absolutely terrible.
Right.
Absolutely terrible. It was just funny the way you said it.
I get that a lot, actually.
Oh my God. Okay, all right, my bad. I may be a horrible person, but
No,
that was just
no.
funny.
Oh, fuck. I'm laughing because now, like, I'm looking at the video that's queued up, and it's so. For me, it's so fucking funny. but yeah.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen this one, but no, like I love and respect your wife 1,000%.
Yeah.
It was just funny the way you said
Yeah,
it.
I get that.
I was just like, oh my God, this man.
My
is
time
hilarious.
has come.
Oh,
Like Master Oogway or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just accepting your fate. Like, I ain't doing shit to stop it. It's just happening. Okay, we're going to get into this next video. Again, I've never seen this one, so it's going to be a surprise to me and to you guys. So let's see. What's up?
Mary Jane, will you marry me? Mary Jane! Why did you do that?
To prove to myself that you'll always be there for me when it really counts. You will, won't you, Peter?
Mary Jane,
What the fuck? What? Bro! No! What in the fuck is that? I would have let her die. I would have let her die at that point. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is that?
Because imagine, right? You ask her, like, oh, will you marry me? And you're thinking, like, one of two thoughts pass through your mind. You're like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? Or, damn, this bitch would rather kill herself than answer my question. And then
That was my
you're
first
like,
thought.
what the fuck?
You rather die than marry me, bro. You rather die than marry me. That's
my
crazy.
God. Dude, if it was Black Suit Spider-Man, he'd been like,
He would have just let her die.
she'd have been dead as fuck, dude. Black Suit Spider-Man would not be playing those games.
Oh fuck no, bro.
But I bring that up on the channel because one, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
And two, it's like this is the level of delusion that I talk about, where it's like, why do you women do shit like this, bro? Because this is not just pertinent to cartoons, videos, or like movies and stuff like that, right? women just will do shit like that. Like, oh yeah, I just wanted to prove that, you know, you'd be there for me at any time in need, you know? Like, this man probably just got done saving a bunch of people from like a burning building, fighting a supervillain or whatever. And then you want to then pull some bullshit like, I better jump off of this building just to see if he'll save me.
I think that like goes to women want to feel like special so bad to where it's like they can't just, you know, it's like I've done something that implies that I will always save you and be with you and stuff like that. Like you said, I probably got done just fucking beating up a super villain.
Yeah.
Like, bro, me saving the city and saving the world is saving you.
Yeah.
But because it's not like singled out to just you're like, oh, I gotta do some dumb shit. Like, bro, imagine this. Like, you're at a restaurant and, you know, super romantic, all this stuff and whatnot, and then you like propose to her, say the ring's on the breadstick or some bullshit, whatever. She's just like, oh my God. And then she runs out of the restaurant and runs into the traffic.
Yeah.
And she's just like, oh, I was expecting you to save me if you wanted to marry me.
Yeah.
Like, bruh,
Yeah.
I would be sitting there just like, oh, nah, this relationship's cooked, bro.
Yeah, because if you look at the video, right, it's not like she... So, as a human, you're scared of heights naturally, right? Some people are, some people aren't. You would think she would, like, scoot off or, like, jump off feet first, right? Because that's, like, a natural way.
She fucking died.
She dove head first. She was like, I will die from this. I'm going to make sure. She dolphin dived down the Black Ops 1 stairs to try to get to the ground as quick as possible to see if that motherfucker would do it. If he would save her.
That's crazy.
All because she was like, I gotta be sure. And that's one way to be sure, 100%. Because if he lets you die, yeah, I mean, he probably wasn't the one for you. But there's other ways to figure that out.
Yeah.
Dolphin dive. She was like, I'm going cranium first off of this building to make sure that he will save me at any moment that I need it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that kind of brings me into this next one because, like we were saying, you fight through so much. You do so much, and a woman will still test you. So it's like...
well, all right, we'll get into this next one real quick right here.
Really? Seriously? Seriously? Why are you sleeping in the car?
I need some rest.
So why wouldn't you come inside?
Because I can't rest in
Because of
it.
that right there. Like, bro.
Is your life that terrible that you need to be in the car?
Yes.
Just need to rest.
Do you want me to bring you something?
Yes.
Keep it quiet. No. Just close the door, please. Just close the door.
Well, I'm gonna come and sit next to you.
No.
No.
Yeah, get this man out of here. But yeah,
No, Grandpa. Like, bro, the fact that he is like, he can't get no peace of mind is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever understand why women can't accept the fact that, like, if she asks, what are you thinking? And we say nothing, we generally mean nothing. Like, that is a known thing. Mind you, women know this. Women know, like, we've said it all the time. There's hundreds of dudes that have probably told her, like, yeah, and when I'm not thinking about anything, I'm not thinking about anything. So why the fuck do you continue to just be like, no, what is going on? What are you doing? It's like, bruh, I'm sleeping. It's not like I'm on my phone. Hey, I don't know, man. Whenever I see that video, it does bring me back to like times when I was in my relationship. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I would just sit in the car and I would be like, bruh, because you really don't get that peace of mind. You just don't. You're, as a man, you're always in go mode because, you know, when you're looked at as the leader, you always have to be in that go, go, go mode. You have to make sure that everything is taken care of and everything is done. And, if she needs help with this, if the kids need help with that, it does not matter. It's like you're always in that go, go mode. So the moment you get like some peace to yourself, it's like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. Even if it's just like 5 minutes, a lot of times that is just like the best part of the day. You know what I mean? Because it's like you don't get that shit at work and you don't get it at home. So it's like if I could take just this 5-10 minutes in the car and just sit and relax, cool. That's just the best part of it. But like when it gets disrupted like that, and then on top of that, she doesn't really understand, like, bro, just leave the man alone. Just leave, like what you're doing right now is the reason why I'm sitting out here. I'm trying to get away from this.
Yeah.
And then you're over here, I'm gonna come and sit down.
He's like, no.
Like,
Bruh.
You could hear the pain in that one.
Man. And that's the worst part about it.
Yeah, and we've all sat in the car. If you think all your husbands come home and they're eagerly happy jumping into the house, probably not.
It's because they sat in the car at their job parking lot for like the past 20 minutes.
I think that's also what women miss is you sit in your car in the parking lot at work first, then you come home and you take an extra time in your own driveway before you head in.
Facts.
And it's not to say that we want to dodge responsibility, right?
No.
It's part of making sure we can show up and actually have that energy for the kids, for the family, for whatever it is, right, is taking those breaks, those times to ourselves in order to recharge the battery and fill up our own cups. Because, I mean, I'm sure a lot of husbands understand that once you get off work, women take care of the house almost to the T, but they also reserve a select few tasks for the man because they just physically cannot do them. And so it's like, it's one of those things where your off time is then now moving heavy objects or planning, arrangements, or
you clocking into your second job
or something,
let's be
right?
real.
And
there's you clock.
There's a lot of like more emotional and mental load that comes into, obviously running a household, which again, by no means is anyone saying they're ungrateful for that. What I'm getting at is it just takes mental capacity to be able to show up and do that with a good attitude. So it's not like a ding on like, oh my God, I fucking hate this woman or I hate the kids or something like that. But that's how women see it, That's why she was like, oh my God, what are you doing? And it's like, cause I started seeing a couple videos like that after I saw that one, and I was like, it's just a recharge, you know what I mean? You don't get mad at your phone for dying and then like having to plug it in, right? You're on the charger again? Like, yes, I am. And the battery starts to die a little bit faster next time, you know what I mean? Because you're using it on the charger, and it's like, you don't get the concept, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. Like, let me have my peace. You interrupted, I got to start over again.
Man.
God damn, But it is what it is, right?
All right. This one got sent in to me. I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I mean, y'all can read the caption, and the caption speaks for itself, as crazy as this is. Yeah, bro.
I just read it. Awful.
Yep. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into this one.
Hey, what's going on with you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good like hell. What's going on? Type shit, okay. What's going on with you? I see you look just like you look in real life. You look real.
No catfish.
No catfish. I see you. So why the hell you want to meet me at a gas station though? I'm trying to figure out.
So you can pump my gas for me. I need gas.
Just pump it for you type shit?
No.
What you mean no?
Go in there and pay and pump the gas.
I'm taking you out to eat. Why I shouldn't have to get you gas. We just
I gotta
meeting.
drive to the date. Why wouldn't you pay for my gas?
I'm saying we just meeting. So
if
why
I
would I
have
pay
to
for your gas?
drive to the date, why wouldn't you? If I had the Uber, you would pay for my Uber. I'm driving to the
I would.
date.
Now you're right. I would pay for your Uber. You're right.
I'm driving and meeting you at the date. Why wouldn't you want to put gas in
So
my car?
that's some kind of rule or some shit.
Yes.
Like, what the hell?
Yes. You can pay right here too.
No, I ain't pumping no gas. You got me. Bro, look, let me ask you a question, bro. This is our first time meeting, right? First date. She want me to pump her gas.
Wait,
I mean, she want me to pay for her gas the first date.
Hell no.
That's a
Hell
no.
nah.
Not the first date. Not the first date, ain't it? Case closed. Case closed. Not the first date. Hey, you don't feel no girl tank up on the first date, do you?
So what if I was Ubering to the date? I have to drive to the date on my own and pay for my own gas?
See that?
Yes.
See that? See that?
Just
See
like
that?
I do. What we talk about?
See that? See that?
He drive here. He don't have no input. He didn't
Oh,
drive.
see that? Case closed.
He didn't even
baby.
drive. He don't
Case
have no.
closed.
He don't have.
Y'all see that shit? Case closed. I supposed to damn
If you
fill
don't
up her
have no
tank.
car or no means to get nobody nowhere, you cannot put in no. If I was going on a date on the Uber, you would pay for my Uber. Why can't you pay for my gas? Why can't you pay for my gas?
You don't
What's the difference?
You drop your location. It's a gas station. And it's a gas station in the hood.
You know what tells me right off the bat that she was looking to finesse? Because for one, her hair is up and not done. 2, she in a pink sweatsuit. 3, she goes straight to that. Like, she already planned it. Like,
yeah.
And just the fact that, like, she wants to meet you not at the restaurant but at a gas station. Like, bro, all that in combination tells me, yeah, you were just looking for a come up and a finesse. Like, this was gonna be a situation where it's like, bro, if she didn't do this gas stunt, she would have done the stunt of, oh yeah, I'm gonna order all these takeouts for my kids.
Yeah.
And you gonna pay this and all that. Like, bruh, either that or she's gonna order all the most expensive shit and expect you to take care of the bill. And the bill is like, $100, $200. And you're just like, bro, what the fuck is going on? We didn't even go to a restaurant like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why for me that I was like, bro, this is a finesse right off the jump, just based on how you look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just on how you look. Because there ain't no woman that's going to go to a date with her hair up, not done, in a sweatsuit. Like, come on, man. They not going to do that shit. Like, that's crazy. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's a skit. But I think that the addition of Homeboy, the way Homeboy was looking, he was just like, ah, fuck no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, man. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me, man.
I think he was just recording it for his safety because it's a hood gas station.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
100%.
yeah, you just never know. It could be Homeboy around the corner talking about, yeah, that's him right there. Get him. And then you're like, exactly. Like, God damn, bro. I met this bitch at the gas station, got shot up. Fuck. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, the video speaks for itself. I ain't paying $80 for you to pump your gas, especially with these gas prices. Motherfuckers got to take out loans anyway.
Man, bro.
I'm not paying for your loan, your car, your responsibility. The Uber, I could get it, right? She's like, car in the shop. I definitely am willing to fucking meet you. I just fucking,
like
that Uber, like that's all right,
Because an Uber's not gonna be $80, bro.
No,
yeah, that Uber is gonna cost me, $15 to about $30. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
No, I'm not gonna spend $80 on your gas. Like, what the fuck is that? Nah. Especially when you could do it. Like, my thing is if those are logistical problems for you, you probably shouldn't be going on the date anyway, baby girl. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
That's some crazy work, but hey.
Yeah.
That's that entitlement, man. That's that hubris. Yeah.
It's facts.
Oh my god. All right, so we did a video like this before. So this one's another one.
Okay.
Oh my god. And I think this one is worse.
Really?
Yes. So if you thought that other video was bad, this I get it is worse. It is absolutely worse. So and then the fact, you remember in the other video, Homeboy like hit the button and tried to save her on the question of like, is she a good wife?
Yeah.
This one, homie is so stunned. Like I think the people with him were like his family members or whatever. You can see like down here. They had to like step in and be like, bro, you gonna say something?
Damn.
Yeah, it's that because he's so stunned. All right, we're gonna watch this one. Oh my god. Get the RDR low honor ready.
All right. It's ready.
Do you think you could have sexual relations with any man you want?
It's a little early in the game for that. Wow.
It really isn't.
No, it ain't early now.
Sure, yes.
Okay.
True. Have you ever had an affair with a coworker you knew was married?
Yes.
True.
Wow. husband's right there.
Have you ever thought about blackmailing a married man?
Yes. Mark.
Wow.
She said she would blackmail her husband. That's crazy.
Do you tend to see your parents only when you want something from them?
Don't
Stick
do
with
it.
it, yes.
Wow.
Can you honestly say that you love your father?
With the explanation after that it's a no. You know, it doesn't
Wow.
mean we don't have, you know, a respect and a bond, but I just, you know, to me, love is, I don't know, it's just such a funny word.
Love is a funny word when it comes to her.
Have you ever
dad.
thought that the only reason you're in a relationship with your boyfriend Ed is because you're afraid to be alone?
The answer is yes.
Wow.
Have you been unfaithful in every one of your long-term relationships?
I don't want to waste the button yet.
Wow.
Oh, no, yes.
Wow. She told.
Would you rather be dating a former boyfriend than your current boyfriend Ed?
Oh yeah. This gotta be it, bro. This gotta be
I'm
it,
going to
bro.
say yes.
Have you had sexual relations with any of your former boyfriends?
So, since having dated him, yes, I had.
What the?
I had done that.
Yes is plenty.
Yes.
Dude,
Have
she
you
ain't loyal.
pursued any of your former boyfriends?
Oh, this is a tricky question. Hit the button. Hit it.
Bro, she is for the streets, bro. Like,
Yeah.
real talk. Look, man.
See how they had homeboy was so stunned that they had to hit the button for my man. He was so stunned, bro. Like the fact that she sat there and said love is a funny word when it comes to her own dad is crazy.
That's insane.
And then they asked her, "Oh, you know, would you blackmail a married man?" She said, "Yes, my husband." Bruh!
Yeah, that's insane.
Like, bruh! Cooked.
She's getting the bad ending at the end.
Cooked, bro. You're getting tuberculosis and you're dying.
She is getting the bad ending. Oh my god. Yeah. She's gonna if you've never seen the movie Substance, that's the ending she's gonna get.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Dude,
She's gonna get the bad ending.
my thing is there's just so many dudes, man, that just be letting women just get away with anything because they don't want to lose her.
Yeah.
They look at it like, oh no, you know, like she just, you know, put his dick in her mouth just a little bit. It's okay. It's totally fine. Oh no. She told me that they were just friends and you know, him fucking her, that's how they say hello. You know what I mean? It's just like, bro, like, and you say this all the time on almost every show. Like, people will, like, get themselves to believe almost anything.
Yeah, like
you know what I
gaslight
mean?
themselves into believing.
Yeah.
anything, yeah.
And as long as they feel it benefits them, and
Yeah.
as long as they feel like it's justified to them, they're like, no. This decision, yes, it's good. It's good. Yeah. Even if you give them the roadmap of how bad it is, you know what I mean? They're just like, oh my god,
Yes.
yeah, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing where people are like, I know it's like you'll hear it. People are like, I know it's bad, but, and it's like, if you find that you're talking to yourself about something and you say, I understand, or I know, or whatever, or even when you're having conversations with someone else, if you throw in the word but, you're then saying that the first part of your statement doesn't mean anything to you.
Yeah.
You're not saying that you agree that, like, what the first part is true. You're saying that you're acknowledging the first part, you're acknowledging the elephant in the room, if you will, but you're saying, I'm going to go against it 100%. Can't convince me otherwise. It's one of those things where I mean I talk to people all the time, no matter what like form or fashion you talk about it, whether it's sales, whether it's leadership, because when I was in the Marine Corps, I talked to a lot of people about personal situations, doing better, you know, personal development, all that kind of stuff, right? The number one thing is you have to just be so self-aware that when you find yourself saying but at the end of anything, you have to really dig deep and think, do I really agree with the first part of what I just said, or am I just trying to soften the idea around what I'm doing on the second end of it, right? And I mean, think about that with anything. Like if you have to say I love you but, or I do like you but, or I do anything for you but, or I do want to marry you but, whatever the case may be, right? Think about it on the really think about it on the first part of that statement. Do you really want that, or are you just trying to soften the second part of that statement?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that I didn't think about it like that. 100%. Like if you are adding a but or an asterisk to it, it's just like you're not really in it.
Yeah.
You're not really all the way in it. You're just you're kind of there for some kind of auxiliary comfort.
Right.
You know, and you're not really there for a genuine of, you know, what it is, whether it may be love, a marriage, you know, partnership, whatever it may be. It's just like, dude, you're either all in it or you're not.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? There shouldn't be that, but I think a lot of people right now are just kind of like in that mode of the grass is always greener on the other side, and so they never really are able to kind of go all the way in, you know what I mean? And that's what really sucks. And it's on both sides. I'm not saying it's just women. It's men too. Men will sit there and they'll be like, they'll get all the way to the finish line with a girl. They'll get down on one knee, all that stuff. And then they think to themselves, damn, oh, but what if I like meet a hotter girl later on? But what if I, you know, what if her sister? Oh, but what if, you know what I mean? This coworker, I you know, secretly had a crush on forever, just magically breaks up with her dude and wants to suck me off in the bathroom, but I can't because I'm married. Like, you know what I mean? Like that shit happens to dudes. That's why they get cold feet. And I think it's the same with women. They look at it like, damn, you know, I love this guy, but what if I meet a better guy? But what if, you know, the rapper in my DMs decides he wants to marry me? You just never know. Like you will create these crazy scenarios in your head, no matter how hyperbolic they may be. You can easily, you know, get to that like level in your head because it makes sense to you. You're like, it's obtainable. I could do that, you know. So yeah,
and that's
man.
the thing. You mention it, right? I've started to really rethink the idea of, or think a lot about the idea of the grass is greener on the other side. I think a lot of people think about that a little too straightforward, straight and narrow, right? My new thought around that idea is like the grass may appear greener on the other side, if you will, right? The grass is always greener on the other side, if you will. But my thoughts around that is the grass, regardless of what side you're on, will not be greener than it is today. And so that with that in mind, no matter what side you're on, right? If the grass is greener on one side, grass is greener on the other side, your side is still never going to be greener than it is today, right? So what you need to do is appreciate what the fuck's in front of you, not worry about these but, if, and scenarios of like, oh, well, what if this happens? What if that happens, right? Appreciate what's in front of you, because no matter what, you can always find some form of a plus of green on your side, right? Whether it's, you know, your woman or your dude is failing you in some form or fashion, you now have the idea of like, you have the ability to say like, I now have more insight around compassion for, you know, others' growth, or I have new insight on what I want in a partner, or what I feel like is important to me, right? It's just, for me, I say, you know, if you're focusing on other grass, you're not focusing on the grass in front of you, and the grass in front of you is never going to be greener than today, you know? Like, as it goes on, it's going to pass, it's going to lose its value, whatever the case may be, so you need to do what you can while you have the grass that's in front of you. Fuck what's next to you, you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of times it's like, people think it's greener, but a lot of times it's only painted green. You know what I mean? And
I could see that.
Yeah, because social media creates that illusion of like, oh, dang, it looks good over there. Oh, damn. And then they actually get over there and they're like, oh, damn, this is just weeds painted green.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so then they try to go back, but the fence is too tall and you can't go back. And then they get stuck and they're like, well, okay, all right, I'm just going to deal with this shitty situation. And then it beats people down to the point where when they do finally find something good or they do finally find something worthwhile, they're just like, I've been in these dead weeds that are painted green for so long, like this is what I deserve. I'm just gonna be in this, like, fuck it, you know. And then that's kind of what breeds that whole like situation, because I get it on the show kind of a lot where people will date and then they'll go through a couple bad experiences and they're like, is it okay if I think to myself I don't ever want to date again? And I'm like, that's dumb. That's dumb to sit there and just accept dead grass at your feet. You can always water that grass and tend to it and it'll grow. But the thing is people don't want to put the work in to water and tend to that grass to make it grow. They just want to go where it's already green and ready to go. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, that's never going to happen. You always have to put some kind of tending and some kind of watering into that grass to make it green. It's the reason why where you were, it was good. But, you know, you looked at it like, oh, no, that looks better. And then when you get there, you realize it's not. You know, and so for me, I just look at it like it's always best to water and tend the grass that you already have and be grateful for what you already have versus always trying to look for the next best. Because a lot of times it ain't. A lot of times it's weeds painted green. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we're going to close out this section with a really good video because you know what? Me and my boy Michael here, we're not misogynists, right? We love women.
Yeah.
We love women. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you guys a beautiful video of some amazing, and I mean amazing, independent women doing shit because they don't need a man. All right?
Perfect.
They don't need a fucking man. We're going to celebrate women. All right? Let's do this. You guys excited? You ready? Let's go. Independent women time. Dead.
Jesus. Oh, yep.
Dead.
Good. Perfect. Excellent. Trying to be cute. Yep, good.
Dead. Slim dead.
Right in the fryer.
In the face.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Right in the face. That's enough ranch. That's the exact amount of ranch I would want. Like an omelet. Folded like an omelet.
No.
Dead. Proud of yourself, champ?
No.
Give it up for our independent women out there. Oh my God. Give it up for them out there. They are absolutely fantastic. We love women out there, man. They are strong. They are independent. They do not need men at all. They can do it. All right? Yes. Go to your local independent woman today and tell her that you appreciate her.
They should all be proud of themselves for not needing a man.
Exactly. They fucking did. They could have got a man, but they were like, nah. We rather die. Hey, man, it is what it is, you know?
You know, but that's the thing, right? I'd rather see a lot more of this than some cuck that was stuck in the friend zone that they're just whipping to do all of this kind of stuff. What I don't even know what the makeshift ladder shit was was for. I don't know where she was going. What the fuck the point of that was?
She fucking died, bro.
I don't know what she was trying to accomplish there.
I don't know either.
But
I was like, bro, we're like on the side of the building. Like, what are you doing?
Where are you going?
I think she's trying to get to the window above her.
Or something. I don't know.
Maybe she locked herself out of the house.
Oh,
and
okay,
instead
okay.
of just calling a locksmith,
Yes.
like any normal person, she was just like, if I can get to that window, like, I'm good. I'm straight. It's not like the fire department can like help me out or anything. No. I'm going to makeshift this ladder and die on it. Oh man. Hey, dude.
Yeah. At least there was no cucks in the video.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. I love the one where the husband's just standing there watching her fail. I'm like
That's how they learn.
Exactly. It's like, dude, I told you couldn't do this, but you thought that you could, so all right, I'm going to let you do it. And W to that man.
Yeah, he was cracking up after, too.
Yeah, I would laugh, too. I'd fucking laugh, too, man. Oh my God. Hope you guys enjoyed the video section of the show, man. Let us know what you thought about the videos and everything that we've gone over and talked about and all that good stuff as always. Man. Oh, Jesus. Keep sending in you guys' videos, man. We absolutely love it. You know what I mean? We're obviously always looking for videos and stuff like that. So if you guys have stuff you want us to react to, whether it's a video, your Tinder profile, whatever. I've been getting a few of those, but I'm just like, a lot of them are the same. A lot of it is the just same rhetoric that we did. I don't know if you want us to, you know, do those again, I'll pick out a few of them and do them because I got a lot ever since we did that video.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm just, like I said, a lot of them is kind of like giving the same advice. And
right.
I'm just like, bruh, I don't want to be repeating myself over and over and over again. It's like, just watch that video and trust me, that'll help you out.
Yeah.
But again, if you guys want us to do that, I'll do it. And then, all right, let's hop into announcements and then we'll get right on into you guys' scenarios for today. We'll let the doctor cook. Patreon.com/Am I the Asshole Podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show, like these lovely people did for today. Audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys are the real goats, coming out every single week, downloading the episodes, rating us 5 stars on your preferred platform, and we appreciate that so very much. If you want to help out even more, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All of the links are down on the description, as well as everything is on screen for you guys. Follow our boy over here at MikeLife333 on TikTok and Instagram. That'll be on screen somewhere over here. And yeah, man, is there anything you wanted to add?
No, just keep sending in your scenarios. These are awesome. The pickup lines, the jokes, they're like the funnier parts that I get a kick out of. So if you guys wanted to see more of that, go ahead, send those in. Yeah, let's get into the.
All right. Yeah. We don't have a thread, like a community thread that I did for this week. I was thinking of one, but I couldn't like think of a good question. I was like, damn, man. So I'll try to find one for next week for you guys. But yeah, we'll get on into today's scenarios. We got our first one. How do I keep a date casual? All right.
Casual.
Yeah, they said, I need advice. How do I keep a date casual? All right, I've dated a girl last autumn, but we had to end things because she had severe commitment issues due to childhood trauma. We've ended things on very good terms. A couple months later, she texted me again and I asked her out. She told me that she's down to go, but she is in therapy right now, and a lot of things are going on inside her head, etc. So she doesn't want to appear like she is ready to give it another try because she is not. I told her I'm totally fine with it because I really am. I'm happy with the current situation we are in and don't want to change that. But also, why did I ask her out then? Anyways, we are going to a restaurant we wanted to try for a long time. The restaurant closes early, so I am not sure if I should invite her back to my place afterwards. I don't want to appear like I am hurt and just drive her home, but I also also don't want to be too nice because I don't want to be fully available for her. I want to have a really cool night and leave it on a high because it worked so well in the past. I'm also really interested in tips to keep the date casual and not feel like a date. I know there will be flirting anyways because we still really like each other, but I need some things to say / do to signal some kind of distance. Thank you very much.
Look at her like she's a dude. That's my advice, you know. You want I have a little bit of issue with giving you advice, brother, because you said exactly what we were talking about earlier, where it's like, I'm completely fine with keeping everything casual. You know, she's going through a lot of stuff. She's in therapy. But why did I ask her out? And I'm like, well, there's your problem. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know what caused you guys to break up in the first place.
Well, because she has commitment issues because of her childhood trauma. That's
right.
why they broke up.
Okay, so I don't know if I heard that right though, because was it the commitment issues where she's overcommittal or commitment issues of like she doesn't want it? Okay, non-committed.
Yeah,
okay,
she's non-committal.
Then yeah, I mean, from there, it's one of those things where it sounds like I would just keep it straight up, where it's like you talk about she wants to go through therapy. She has a lot of things on her mind. She's trying to get help, maybe working towards committing, right? And it sounds like you really want her to commit, right? So that's one of those things where I would just say, brother, like I said, I have an issue trying to give you advice here because you're ulterior motive, like you're going in with an ulterior motive. You know what I mean? You're
okay.
Like, let me just play the part until she's ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, like you're not. This is what we talked about a couple episodes ago of like how you get her is how you're gonna lose her, right?
Yeah.
So if you get her on pretenses of like this is fine, being casual, right? Like you're gonna then go through a similar cycle of like, well, she's not committing. You should have committed by now. Whatever, you know. If she's not ready,
like she'll be your girlfriend, but then at a point of like you want to take the relationship into say more serious. Say you guys have been dating for 3 years and you're ready to like get down on one knee. You're gonna get out on one knee, and then she's gonna be like, "Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. It's just when I'm ready, you know." And then you're just like, "Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll just propose to you again when you're ready because, you know, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I'm good with that." Like, bro,
yeah.
But the thing is for me is I don't think she likes you like that, if I'm being honest with you. I think she just is going out with you because you're kind of just there. You're willing to go. And this is how I know that, because there was a time where I was dating a girl and we weren't even really dating. She considered us dating. I considered us friends with benefits. But my thing is she looked at it like, oh, I couldn't date you because, and this is her words, like literally verbatim. She said, I couldn't date you because of my parents, while she's dating somebody else. And I'm like, okay, so you couldn't date me because of your parents, but you could date them. You could date these other guys. Why? You know what I mean? But what that tells me is she thinks that I'm just some dude who is just like there just waiting for her whenever she comes back, you know, because that's what she did to you. Literally, she left and was just like, I'm going to go do my thing. And then she came back. She had texted you. And you're like, oh, shit, she's texting me again. And so then you asked her out. And then you're sitting there thinking to yourself, why did I ask her out again? Knowing all the bullshit that I knew, you know, back then. And so that's what I mean, bro. She does not really like you like that. She ain't really trying to be anything with you. You know, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, low-key, you're wasting your time even taking this girl out. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It's like you're kind of just wasting your time with this girl all around. For one, she's got non-committal issues. Like he brought up, you're just going to keep running into that. You know what I mean? So it's like, say you do get her. Later down the line, she's just going to continue to have these committal issues, and it might even lead to infidelity, cheating, and it puts you into a tougher spot. And that further pushes the idea of you were just convenient. You were just there because she was like, I just needed, a warm body behind me. You know what I mean? And so, for you, I think it's a big waste of time for you to even be entertaining this woman at all, because I think she has ulterior motives just as much as you do. You have ulterior motives because for some reason, I think you want to just have sex with her. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think your ulterior motives is just you want to just fuck, and that's cool. That's fine. And if you want to do that, you just be honest with her. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you. I do that. Like if there's a girl that I'm not really all that interested in, and she's kind of interested in me, I'll let her know. Look, man, I just want to be friends with benefits, and that if that's something you don't want to be, then that's cool. We don't have to like continue this anymore. And a lot of times they're gonna just be like, oh well, okay, if that's all you want, this is not all right. Cool, bye. You know what I mean? I'm not going to waste my time with somebody that I don't really like that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to really put all that effort and all that energy in there and be sitting there asking myself, why the fuck did I even ask her out? Oh, why did I pay for that dinner for this girl? Why did I do this? You know what I mean? The fact that you're asking these questions goes to show, bro, like you're not really into this as much as you think that you are. You just kind of want to have sex. I think that's what it really is. And I think since you guys had that little bit of a dynamic before, and then her non-committalness came in, and then that kind of posed something, a bit of a red flag maybe to you, or it kind of put you in like a certain, because you even said like, oh, I don't want to show her that I was hurt. You know what I mean? Because I guarantee you when you guys first met, you guys got into maybe a situationship type deal. You were maybe like, all right, that's cool. But I want to, I want to like sleep with her. She probably brought up a lot of excuses of being non-committal and childhood trauma and all this kind of stuff, and why she couldn't do that with you. But then I guarantee you the moment she stopped talking to you, you probably saw things on social media, heard things about friends of like, oh, she's dating this dude, or she's talking to this guy, or oh, she hooked up with so-and-so, whatever. And you're thinking to yourself, what the fuck? So she couldn't hook up with me because of childhood trauma, but she's cool with like hooking up with these dudes, or she's cool with like being committal with these dudes, or she's cool with doing all that stuff that she wouldn't do with me with these guys. What the fuck? And that kind of hurt you in some way. So then when she came back, you're like, oh shit, all right. I must be him. I'm in there like swimwear. When in reality, no. When in reality, she looked at it like, oh, I'm not talking to nobody right now, or all the situations and things that I was dealing with, or people I was dealing with, guys I was dealing with and shit like that, they didn't really work out. Shit fizzled out. Or he was an asshole and I stopped talking to him, whatever. I got my back pocket guy, and you are said back pocket guy. And so then she hit you up, and guess what? You fell right into her trap. She was like, come to my trap, come into my trap. And you were like, oh, willingly. Oh, yes. How are you? Oh, my God, I missed you. Yeah, it was so good. It's so good to talk to you. Oh, we should hang out. And she's like, got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
He saw the C4 on the floor. She had the riot shield in the corner.
Yeah.
You still walked right on top of it.
She said, "Vidaj shirt chop." You were just like, ooh. Wonton soup.
Yeah.
Got blown up, son. But that's what I mean, bro. It's like I don't think that she really likes you like that. You're just kind of this back pocket dude. And like and that's why I'm glad you brought up ulterior motives, because I think it's ulterior on both sides.
Yeah.
Like either party is, well, I think she's getting what she wants, but you're not getting what you want out of it. And that's why I'm saying you're wasting your time. Because I guarantee you want to hook up and have sex. That's why you want to keep it casual. You know what I mean? Let's be real. Let's keep it 100p. The reason why you want to ask us how to keep it casual is because you just want to fuck. You know what I mean? You want to fuck her without the relationship. But with her, she just kind of wants you to just be that middleman of like, oh yeah, I get that boyfriend energy and treatment and shit like that until I find my next guy. And then once I find my next guy, then I'm gonna be like, all right, deuces, nigga, peace. You know what I mean? So,
and I mean, it kind of writes itself, because you explained in there that she came back, and then you were like, well, I'm still looking for commitment. And then she was like, I just got to throw this out there, sprinkle it in. I'm going through therapy, like where I'm working on myself.
Yes,
and then she was like, yeah, that's commitment. There it is. Like, that's the sign of commitment. I'm going to ask her out again. And then she was like, fucking idiot, fell for it, dude. God,
Yeah.
it writes itself. And that's you learn that from just talking to people over and over again, is no matter what you say, people will even disbelieve the truth if it doesn't align with their character. And that's why for your character, who is like, I'm looking for a girl with commitment, you saw her bullshit of, I'm going through therapy, I'm working on it, after not talking to her, who knows what the fuck she was doing. She came back and was like, she understood this guy likes commitment, I just got a faint commitment, and then he'll fucking fall right into my trap, right?
Yeah.
And it worked, like he said, it worked perfect, beautifully. She fucking threw the Zert chop on the floor and was like, fucking idiot, dude.
Yeah.
And you stepped right on it, and you were like, I don't know why I'm doing this. And it's like, we all have experienced some form of said trap, right? The reference we're making is from a video game where we were in that lobby together and we saw it happen. But the idea is, it's the same thing of like in real life, where like you can see the most obvious trap set in front of you, but you're like, that's not gonna work on me, because you just have this belief in your mind of like, I'm better, I wouldn't fall for that, I wouldn't let that happen to me, right? And then you step on the C4 and you get blown up and you're like, well, again, if I do it from a different angle, or like, you know what I mean, like he's still sitting in there with the riot shield, you're like, she's still fainting, like, I just got a faint commitment, and then you'll fall right into the trap of treating her like a girlfriend when she doesn't need to commit at all, you know? And then she's gonna just change things around and make it look as if she's doing what she needs to do, just like you're gonna do the same thing. Like, you're wanting for the advice of like, oh, what can I do to make it seem casual? Or it's like, treat her like a dude, honestly. Like, you know what I mean? You treat her like a dude. If she stays and you treat her like a dude, then it is casual. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, I don't think treating her like a dude is gonna get him what he wants.
Exactly.
Because he wants to have sex with her.
Exactly.
He wants sex without the relationship, and like treating her like a dude, that wouldn't be the way to go. The way to go would be to just be fucking straight up with her. Like, bro, you tell her what it is. That's why I said what I said. Like, if I'm dealing with a girl that I don't really see like that, you know what I mean? And I'm like, hey, if you want to be friends with benefits, like, I'm down with that shit. But if you're not, that's cool. I will dip. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you should go about it.
That's what I'm getting at, is like, if we were going out, I'd be like, dude, you want to do like drinks, like fucking bowling after, and then fucking come home, play video games till like we fucking pass out. Like, that would be me being straight up with you. It's the same thing of like, you treat her like a dude, keep it casual. Like, yeah, dude, like, we're gonna fucking we're gonna go out to like the arcade or whatever, then I'm gonna beat your cheeks afterwards. And then she's like, no. Then you're like, all right, dude, like, whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, you gotta kind of, I guess, explain that, because he's gonna dude and bro her the whole time, thinking like, oh yeah, I gotta treat her like a dude. Okay, yeah, what's up, bro? What's up, dude? How's it going? You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, if you're not honest with your bros, then I guess you wouldn't get it. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I'm just saying, it's like, he's gonna do things that won't really escalate the situation to where he wants it to be, because obviously, you know, like, look, even girls that are in situationships as well as friends with benefits situations, they still want to feel like, to some degree, the guy is like courting them. They don't want to feel like a whore. They don't want to feel used. They don't want to feel like that. And so that's why I say, dude, you be straight up honest with her. And if she's like, no, I'm cool with that dynamic, then it's like, all right, cool. You still treat it like a date, you know, you treat it like a lady, you know, and all that kind of stuff. But it's the thing of like, I'm doing this because I am getting this. Yeah, and so that's kind of where I'm coming from, where it's just like, you can't really treat her like a dude. Be honest, like, have the honesty that you would have with your guys, with your guys. But at the same time, it's like, you can't really do that, because you got to properly escalate it. Because even the biggest whores, they still want to be courted to some degree. They still want to feel like, when they're on the date, oh, I'm a little special. Oh, he did this for me. Oh, he, you know, made me feel this way. Like, they still want to do that, even though they know, you know what I mean, they're going to give up the cheeks at the end of the night or whatever it may be. Or even if they're just kind of the type of girl that they've already decided I'm going to fuck, dude. They just want to feel like I wasn't being used. I'm not a whore, this and that. It's a weird dynamic, but I just think like that's the best way to go about it. You be straight up honest with her at the beginning. And if she's like, all right, yeah, I'm down with that. That's cool. We can be friends with benefits, this and that. Cool. Then you take her out on the date, act like, do everything normally that you would do on a date, and, you know, you just get you some cheeks at the end. Now, if she doesn't fulfill her end of the deal, I mean, you have to be like, all right, bro, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just like, have that honesty factor of it. But it was funny because when you were talking about the Riot Shield C4 thing, it reminded me of the Oh No, the Underpass. That's why I was trying. That's why I was trying not to laugh, because I was like, bruh, it was vivid in my head too. Oh my god.
Oh god, that was great times.
Yeah.
If you don't have Modern Warfare 2 memories with your homies,
oh man, you didn't live in 2009, bro. Yeah, you didn't fucking live. All right, we're gonna. You guys let us know what you thought about that one in the comments. Let's get into our next one. So, this one is titled "What Did I Do Wrong?" Okay, this is mostly going to be a rant, but I just need to see if anyone understands. This last week, I, 20 male, left my girlfriend, 20 female, of 4 years, and have or 4.5 years, because I found out she had been cheating on me. It feels wrong to call it that, but that's it feels. Okay, that's what it feels like. Sunday 22nd, I saw a Snapchat message from some guy. We'll call him K. All right, pop up on her phone while she was out of the room, and decided to check it. It was slightly flirtatious, but nothing damning. I decide to wait. A couple of hours later, I ask her to show me her phone, and the K's chat had been deleted. She then proceeded to play stupid, saying she has no idea what happened or what the message was. We argue for a couple of hours, and eventually she admits that she has been chatting with this guy, you need to proofread your shit, nigga, man. But it's all innocent. Dude, you could tell, like, the autocorrect was just fucking with him. I'm like, dude. All right, she admits that she had been chatting with this guy, but it's all innocent. I don't talk for a day while I process it. This nigga said, while I proceed it. Come on, man. Spell check your stuff, dude. All right, because in my gut, I just don't believe her. Wednesday rolls around and we meet up and talk things through. She swears that the flirty text I saw was the only time it's ever been like that.
Stop the cap.
All right, I scroll through the logs, and she's been calling Kay from the second I hang up to go to bed at 12 a.m. Till about 6 in the morning. Dang, they talking all night. She working the night shift talking to this guy. That's crazy. Till about 6 in the morning. Innocent my fucking ass. I call her and ask her to see her TikTok as well, because I don't trust it. She told me she had been speaking to a guy on there as well, innocently, but deleted the chat because she thought I would lose it. Well, turns out when you log in from a new device, deleted chats aren't deleted anymore. So I have the full chats. 2 guys on TikTok she's been talking to for at least 3 months. God damn. One's K's and the other's a new guy we'll call C. Both of them, she's been sending sexual TikToks. Sit on my face. You weren't in my bed this morning. You were my favorite person. Stupid shit like that. Now C is where the problem was that I think is cheating. She had been saying I love you to this guy. Damn. It's over, bro. She had been saying I love you to this guy and asking him to kiss her. And all over text, nothing in person happened to my knowledge. Yeah, to your knowledge, nigga. To your knowledge, bro. But the part that hurt the worst is she was calling this guy my sweet boy. She has never in the past 3 years called me that. Just decided to stop one day. I begged and begged for her to say it to me again because I liked it. And she always just told...
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Oh, that's facts, bro. That is absolute facts. But here's C. Okay. Who she's been texting for just a few months, getting the attention I've begged for. Am I going crazy? Is it cheating? Where do I go from here? I have no friends, no idea how to date. My entire teens were spent with this girl.
Oh my God. Look, bro, we have this fucking, we have this on the channel way too much, right?
We really do.
We say it a lot. We say it a lot, bro.
We really fucking do.
Stop letting these women run your fucking life. God, like, look, I understand, right? Because we're not above anything, right?
No.
We understand it may hurt, it feels weird, yada, 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 right? But at the same time, right, there's a couple things here. One, you're just letting your feelings get, like, you're putting her way too high on a pedestal that she does not need to be on. Two, this is exactly what cultivated her going to other dudes. It's because you put her on that pedestal and she's like, I need to feel like I'm worthless. And then she went to these dudes and was like, please give me attention. Please do this. Please do that.
Yeah, because they're better than her. That's how
exactly.
she feels.
She was like, I'm on a pedestal. I don't like this.
Yeah, she's like, I'm above this guy. Like, he's begging me to fucking give him attention. Like, that's fucking crazy.
And this is the analogy I use. Has there ever in the history of royalty been a queen that just fucks a peasant? Probably not, right? The answer is probably not. Now, you could probably do some digging and find some outliers, right? Because
100%.
Whatever the case may be.
There's always exceptions to the rule.
There's always exceptions, but the rule is a queen's not going to fuck a peasant. You know what I mean? A peasant's going to do everything that they fucking can to be a gesture, try to fucking, win the queen's heart, whatever.
Be a knight and all that.
But do you think that the queen is going to fucking question a king? Do the same shit, start entertaining peasants in the presence of a king? No. Absolutely fucking not. And that's where you fucked up, because for 4 years you were begging, playing the jester, doing whatever, like, please start calling me sweet boy again. And I get it, you're young, so it's fine, right? But like, I mean, at the end of the day, right, does that even sound like the man you want to be for your fucking girlfriend, your wife? Like, you're begging her for attention?
Facts,
bro. Does that sound like you? Like, that, the vision you have for yourself, brother, right?
Yeah, when you look in the mirror.
Look in the mirror, right? Think in your mind, what kind of dude do I want her to see, And that brings me to the next point of, like, the mirror analogy. When you look at your reflection, i.e. your reflection being your life, if you want something to change, do you start trying to reach into the mirror and change the reflection? Absolutely fucking not. What you do is you start changing who you are, and then the mirror reflects that exact same instance.
Mm-hmm.
I.e., you start fucking, all right, bitch, what are you doing? Like, oh, well, it's like, okay, well, if you want to have innocent conversations, you can have innocent conversations by yourself, right?
Yeah.
You can just start doing that. I'm going to go find something else. You start saying, like, I have no friends. Whose fault is that?
In fact.
Whose fault is anything in your life?
Yeah.
Your reflection, again, the reflection that you're seeing, and you're like, well, I don't like my fucking hair, and I don't like my glasses, or I don't like fucking the shirt I'm wearing. Whose responsibility is that stuff? You go out, you change your shirt, you change your hair, you get a haircut, whatever the case may be. I.e., for your life, you start making friends. You start doing shit that you like to do. You become the man that is worthy of having someone that loves them. Mm-hmm. And that the idea of, like, this sweet boy bullshit, that shit really fucking hurt me. I'm not gonna lie,
bro.
That hurt me, because that was like, dude, I can see it, right? You're a young dude, you want to be accepted, you want to be loved, you want to be cherished, but you're not going about it right. And the way you're going about it is not gonna feel the way that you get it. You know what I mean? While you're doing what you need to do to get it right. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be in a different position where they say, like the reason that this like whole nonchalant dreadhead thing kind of like took flight is because it's the idea of like not giving a fuck that attracts what it is that you truly want in life. You know what I mean? You're definitely not gonna attract a woman that you want acting that way. Right? And so, long story short is, and I think all men should do this. Just take extreme ownership for everything in your life. Right? Your reflection is gonna be. You shouldn't reach for your reflection to try to change it. What you need to do is just blame yourself for everything, right? How she thought it was okay to text these dudes, multiple dudes. She thought it was okay to lie to you and say they were innocent. She thought it was okay to, delete stuff, hide it from you, say I love you. She thought all of that was okay because of how you were, right? Guaranteed, if she was really deeply afraid or in love with you in the first place, she would not do anything to risk losing you. She just had you as like that back pocket of like, yeah, I'll keep around as my boyfriend until one of these guys upgrades me. Hopefully they do.
Yeah, because you were around simply for familiarity and like comfort, bro. That's the reason why you were still around, and the reason why she didn't like my thing is for one, bro, she didn't respect you because you didn't respect yourself. Yeah. A lot of guys do this, and it baffles the fuck out of me how dudes will disrespect themselves just for some pussy. I'm like, bruh, it's not worth your self-respect. Like, my thing is when I look at women, right? I look at women and I'm like, women have such self-respect for themselves to where they would be like, if a dude is texting another girl, oh, I'm just leaving. Yeah. Fuck that shit. There is no like, oh, this was innocent. Oh, we're going to talk about it. No, they're just gone.
Yeah.
You need to be that way. Like, I tell dudes all the time, I'm like, you need to date like women. And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, brother, you need to be so damn cutthroat to the point where if your needs are not met, you are cut and move. But a lot of dudes sit there and they're just like, oh, but bro, like me and her, we did this, and but me and her didn't know, bruh. No. You need to be able to walk into a relationship and you don't give a fuck whether she's there or not. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about. It's like you need to have self-respect for yourself. And the thing is like, not a lot of guys have boundaries or even understand their own boundaries because they look at it like, oh, the girl will just set the boundaries and then I'll just abide by them and we'll just go by that. And it's like, bro, you know what you're telling your girl when you are in that type of dynamic? You're telling her that she can do whatever the fuck she wants to do while you sit there and you have to abide by these little boundaries. And she can go do whatever she wants and it's always justified because you're going to sit there and be like, oh, well, of course you sucked his penis. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you needed gas money. Oh, of course you let him, fuck you at the concert. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, he bought you a beer, like, dude, you have to have some self-respect for yourself, man, because a lot of dudes will sit there and they do that. It's why cuckolding is a thing. Because guys will sit there, they will stay in a relationship with a woman who is fucking other dudes, and they will justify it 6 ways from Sunday and be like, oh, yeah, no, it's fine. It's chilling. It's all good. Yep, it's great. I love this for me. And you're like, bro, why do you have no self-respect for yourself when you can go find a woman that is going to respect you, that is going to be there for you? And again, like he said, it does start with you. You know what I mean? It does start with you because you need to be the type of man that, for one, not only respects himself, but at the same time can be respected by others. And that is the biggest part. If you can't be respected by others, if other men don't respect you and other women don't see you as above them, then honestly, you got a lot of work to do, my guy. Dating shouldn't even be on your
radar.
Yeah. Like you shouldn't even be thinking about dating. That shouldn't even be something that you're striving for. You have a lot of work to do. You're 20 years old, man, and there's a lot you need to understand too when it comes to women and how they are and how they move, because a lot of guys think that, a lot of young guys especially, they think women are just spice and everything nice and everything is okay and it's fine and hunky-dory, and it's just like, no, bruh. No, happy life will end to the end of your life.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real. And so the thing is you need to understand that cheating starts with her just opening herself up to having these conversations. You know what I mean? Like, dudes can message her all day long. It is what it is. The moment she replies, though, it's like, all right, bro, cooked. You're done.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. I'm done. We're done. We're out of here. You need to be able to be in the mindset of, like, whether she is there or not, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm chilling. I'm fine. Now, as far as the friends thing and, oh, what do I do and this and that, bro, you need to stop worrying about friends and stop worrying about that. You need to worry about you. Go to the gym, get some hobbies, start doing things. You know what I mean? I would say, like, start a business, but, you know, that's very, like, arbitrary. But I do something that you enjoy and later try to monetize it is kind of, I guess, what I would say. Because it's like, men are only valued on the value they bring to the world. That is it. We are valued basely off the value we bring to the world, nothing else. We can't sit there and be nice and this and that, and, you know, we get valued off of nothing. No. We have to bring value to the world in order to be valued. If you bring no value to the world, you are not valued as a man. That's just the way it goes. It's the way it is. Nobody's complaining. Nobody is upset about that. That is an objective truth that we understand and we live by every single day. It's why men work dangerous jobs. It's why men are in infrastructure. It's why men will work 2-3 jobs just to support their family and all that kind of stuff. It's why guys will literally leave their family for months at a time to go and make money and bring it back, just so that way the wife doesn't have to work, just so that way the kids don't have to struggle. Like, we are only valued off the value that we bring to the world. And you, as a 20-year-old, you have no value. You are valueless. You have no value. I guarantee you the guys that she was reaching out to and talking to, guarantee you these guys had a lot of social proof as far as they had a high follower count. You know, they were popping to some degree. You know what I mean? They were doing this and that. It's what attracted her in the first place, is because she saw value in those guys where she saw no value in you. In high school, yeah, you can get bitches all day. Why? Because everybody's valueless in high school.
Yeah.
You are all fucking valueless. We're just, you know, we're doing our thing. We live in a bubble. You know what I mean? Even in college, you live in like this bubble. Like when I was going to college, it was a thing where a lot of dudes were able to get girls like that they would never be able to get. The reason being is because when you're in college, you're kind of in this weird bubble where like you're like an adult, but you're not in the adult world.
That's for true.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So you are able, you kind of have this level of independence, but you don't have a level of responsibility with that independence, if that makes sense. And so that's why it's like, in college, you know, people are just kind of fucking and doing whatever. And you know what I mean? Because nobody is really evaluated on value like that. But the moment you're into the real world, and this was kind of a slap in the face for me, I ain't gonna lie to you. But this is what I mean, where it's like, when you're in the real world now. So now that you're in the real world, you have no value. And you kind of realize that pretty quickly, because I was that type of guy in high school. I always had a girlfriend. You know what I mean? I was always dating somebody. I was always talking to a girl. I was always, you know, I broke up with her and got with her and this and that. I got into the real world, and I swear to God, I couldn't get a girlfriend to save my life. Dude, from literally 18 to probably 22, your boy was struggling with women. Why? Because I'm in the real world. I'm competing with men who are way higher status than I am, who have a lot more than I do. And I have no value. I have no value. And until I started to gain that value and work on myself and figure out the things that, you know, I needed to change to make me valuable, then and only then was I like, all right, I can finally get a girl. And that's why, and then I started dating my ex-fiance at that time, you know, because finally I had enough value to where a woman could look at me and be like, he's better than I am. I need someone like him. Mm-hmm. You know, and you need to put yourself in that position. And I just don't think dating should be something you think about right now, because dude, nah, bro. I get it. Like Michael said, you're 20. You know what I mean? You don't know any of this. You're kind of just in that whole, you're still in that high school mindset. Let's be real. I really don't think you get out of a high school mindset until you're at least like 23, 24. You know what I mean? You kind of just, you stay in that like, oh, life is just like high school, you know, meeting women and all that kind of stuff and dating and shit like that. It's just like high school, right? Yeah. Yeah. And then you kind of get slowly beat down to like, no.
And I mean, he's right, dude. Like, that's actually a point I really want to stress. The moment you fully, and like, it's going to take a while for you to really understand this. The moment you understand that you are absolutely 100% without error as a known guaranteed fact alone in this world, you will understand like, oh shit, dude, you know what? I got to be there for myself, because no one's coming to save you. No one's going to be there to help you. No one's going to be there to support you, right? It is all on you. And once you take that full responsibility in, make it impossible for anyone else to replace you, and you'll be fucking fine.
Yeah.
Because you take your, and like, it's going to sound weird, but you take yourself out on the best kind of dates. You treat yourself the best, where no one pushes you harder. No one dates you better. No one like sets your life up to be doper, right? No one can outdo you in loving yourself. It'll be impossible for you to not have a woman that's then trying to compete with that image.
Yeah, because you put yourself on the pedestal.
Yeah.
And when you put yourself on the pedestal and you act like you're on that pedestal, women look up.
Yeah. Because like you fucking start impressing yourself so much to where a woman comes along and she's like, hi. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, that's supposed to be impressive? You're going to start noticing like, dude, like he said, the idea of you have to think abundantly, where it's like, once you have that value, it only works if you have value, right? Once you have that value, you can just go from one to the next to the next to the next to the next.
Yep.
Because they're not going to be able to offer you anything, and then they're going to see that and be like, dude, like, this guy's so dope, he does X, Y, and Z. How the fuck am I supposed to impress him? And then that's when they start fucking plotting and fucking doing witchcraft and fucking going into like hidden caves to figure out what the fuck can I do to get this man to fucking notice me and like really treat me like the way that I you know, I want to be treated.
Yeah. And it goes back to my point of the whole, like, you know, she will look you up on social media.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, she will go out of her way to look you up. Like, yo, hold on, is this dude real? Like, is this guy actually, you know, the shit like that? And she'll look you up. She'll put that FBI cap on real quick and be like, oh, okay, shit. So, yeah, man. Don't worry, dude. You're just young, man. You'll figure it out. Don't fucking date this whore. Let her do what she gonna do, bruh.
Don't date any women for a while.
100%. I think between the age of 18 and 25, men should not date. You should not date at all unless you got a solid fucking girl. Unless you got a girl that is absolutely fucking solid, bro. To the point where you ain't got to worry about that bitch. You can work and get things done and do what you got to do. You know what I mean? You're staying on mission. I think that is the only way. And the thing is only 5% of men can actually do it. I couldn't do it. I already tell you now, I couldn't do it. I shouldn't have been dating in my ages of 18 to 25. I shouldn't have been fucking dating at all. I wasted time. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasted fucking time. So that's why I'm telling you guys, learn from my mistake where I was dating. I was trying to be dating and doing all this stuff from 18 to 25. And all I did was waste time. All I did was waste time, money, and when I could have been building myself up and I could have been building myself into something, you know what I mean? But I didn't. I did that later on. I was stuck later doing it, and it sucked because when I was doing it later on, it kind of puts you in a position where your girl kind of looks at you like, what the fuck? You should have had this already figured out. Mm-hmm. Like, what is going on here? Why don't you have this figured out? And then all it does is put strain on your relationship. So if you kind of take those years to then, you know, build yourself, make yourself into somebody, and then, you know, you're 26, you got at least some things going on, and you happen to meet a girl, well, you know, it's easier for you to open that door to her, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, she's got to be a solid ass fucking chick, man.
Yeah, and don't mistake loyalty for like a solid chick, right?
Yeah.
Because she could not fuck other dudes and still be a bad woman for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, and it comes with years of experience, like he's saying, right? I wouldn't necessarily say dating is a waste of time, because you'll start to, as long as you learn from the experiences, right? If you don't learn, then you're just going to be repeating the same cycles So like at the end of the day, I would say stay away from it as much as you can. But I'm not going to say don't date, until I would definitely say don't get married until you're 30 or something like that.
Well, no, my thing is don't make it a priority.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think in people's lives, you and I's lives as well, it's like we could go through life not focusing on dating. We can be focusing straight on work and doing that and stuff like that. And it'll find you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you're always going to be networking and talking to people and talking business and talking that and da-da-da. And those people will then talk about you to other people. And then those other people get in contact with you. And sometimes you connect with people. And, you sometimes find a woman in that process that you connect with, you talk to. You guys are like, damn, it's kind of an undeniable connection. And so like the last girl that I told you about, I met her through a friend.
Yeah.
And it was simply because me and that friend, we were just talking business, we were just talking things, and I happened to meet her through him. And it was like, I wasn't looking to date. I wasn't looking for a girlfriend or anything like that because I'm focused in the business. But her and I got to talking and we were connecting real well. The vibe was going and I'm like, okay, shit, I'm just going to give it a shot, see where things go, you know? So that's my thing is like, I always say, don't focus on it. Don't put it as your main focus. But if it happens, cool. It is what it is. I'm not going to be against, say you're 23 years old, you're focusing on work, you're on the grind, and then you happen to just meet this girl and you guys are like, damn, you guys are vibing, doing that thing, blah, blah, blah. Just don't let it be a focus.
Yeah.
Don't let it be the main focus. You got to, because women always say, oh, I should be your number one. No, bitch, you're my number 3 if you're lucky. Because the thing is money in business is always going to come first. Because if I don't have that, guess what? I don't have you. Let's be real. If I don't have the resources that come from hard work, I'm not going to have a woman. That's just what it comes down to. And then I look at it like, this is for me personally, I ain't going to lie to you. I always put family next. I look at it like, bro, my family's always going to come over you because I am always going to be there for my family and the people that matter to me the most, like you, you, my mom and my brother and all that kind of, like, if you guys need me and say, I plan this date with my girl or whatever and something happens and you need me, I'm gonna be like, all right, babe, I have to cancel this because they need me. Like, I'm going to be there because I look at it like, my dad taught me this very early on and I didn't understand it. And my dad said, all a man has is his word and his balls. And if you don't got either of those, you're not a real man. And my thing is when I didn't understand that at the time. And I was just like, oh, okay. What he's saying is pretty much like, if you have a word, to be loyal to your friends and to your family and stuff like that, you abide by that word. You be loyal to your friends and your family. You don't snake them and go behind their back and, oh, well, I'm gonna change up to my friends because I got a girlfriend now and all that kind of stuff. Like, nah, bro, that's not being a man. Like men, I would argue being like a real man and all that kind of stuff is your integrity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like being that guy that other people can count on. And if you don't have that, I'm like, all right, man, you're the type of person I don't trust and I could never have in my circle.
And it starts with yourself is the thing too.
Yeah.
Keep your word to yourself, i.e. like I'm gonna wake up early, you do it, or I'm gonna do this, you do it, right?
Yeah.
Because that's, if you can't be there integrally for yourself, being integral for someone else is impossible. It's literally impossible because it starts with you. You know what I mean?
Facts.
If you can't wake up on time to go put in the work for yourself, there's no way you're going to be able to put in work for someone else. That's even more extra, that's extra shit that you got to throw on top of yourself. So I 100% agree. I agree like wholeheartedly. And the reason I was saying like, dating's not a waste, but like I was gonna agree wholeheartedly on the dating is a waste, but there's always something that you can learn, right? So I like you were saying, like if it comes up, I would say even maybe throw it out there a little bit where you like try to like just keep yourself in the game a little bit, just so that way like you're brushed up on like the skills.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No,
So
I was agreeing with you.
Yeah.
I wasn't like disagreeing with you.
No,
but
yeah.
it was like my statement was kind of implied of what you were saying. It's more of that's not the main focus. But if
Yeah.
you meet a girl, you know, while you're on the grind, it is what it is. Go out on a date,
Yeah.
talk to a girl, this and that. Like I would never say. Like this girl walks up to you and is obviously interested, and you're just like, no, bitch, no, because I'm on the grind. I'll date you when I'm 26. Like, you know what I mean?
come
Like,
back when I'm 26.
Yeah, like no, that's dumb. Like obviously entertain it, see what's up
Yeah.
going on. You know what I mean? Like don't turn down opportunities. But yeah, it's like. But that shouldn't be your main focus.
Right.
Just because this girl is now in your life, you should not make her your main focus. That's why I went into the whole thing of like, you know, she's not my first priority ever. If anything, she's like my third priority, you know, and it's different for different guys. They're always going to put other things. Like some guys, their wife is like fifth. Because they're dealing with so much. They're like, nah, man, my business comes first, then it's my employees, then it's my kids, then it's this, then it's that. You know what I mean? Like I'm sorry, women, but you're always gonna be like further down than you actually think that you are. That's just the way it's going to be, because the thing is for men is we can't put you at the top. The reason we can't put you at the top is because everything that we're putting ahead of you is why we got you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the moment we put you above all that stuff, that's when she does exactly what this girl was doing, where she starts talking to other dudes. She starts disrespecting you. She starts, you know, talking back and starting fights for no reason, sitting there and lying to your face, talking about, oh, it was innocent. Oh, I wasn't talking to nobody. I don't know what you're talking about. This is that. And then they eventually tell you, okay, yeah, I was talking to a guy, but it was just innocent. Like, bro, it's going to create a lot of problems. But if you're the type of guy that puts everything that makes you attractive in the first place first,
Yeah.
and you put her fifth or sixth or whatever, it only makes you more attractive to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just the way it goes. It sucks to say. Now, I think women should put the guy first. What do you think about that?
I can't see any reason why not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, dude,
Can't be a queen without a king, and can't be a king without a kingdom. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
it's like,
Facts.
there's
I
no
can-
reason to
Yeah,
put
but-
anything else first, really.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I thought you would have made a little pushback on that, but I guess not. Okay.
No, I mean, like, I would definitely say, right, like, if you're getting into a relationship, put the dude first, but before you're in a relationship, you definitely have some self-work to do, because...
Oh, yeah. No, I'm obviously talking about in the confines of a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about two people that are already established as, like, we are boyfriend, girlfriend, we are husband, wife,
Yeah,
whatever.
as long as, like, he's also that dude as well. Like, don't put a dude that's worthless first either.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
100%.
So,
100%.
yeah, I'm just trying to be fair to the women. Like, no, I shouldn't put a man first. You definitely should, especially when they're a good man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If your dude is a good guy, you know what I mean, he's going to work, hard working, and doing all that kind of stuff, you better be putting that motherfucker first. And if you're not, you don't deserve him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what's kind of going on. Because I feel like a lot of women nowadays, they just don't deserve the guy that they're with, because it's like, look how you treat that guy. It's like, it's crazy to me. But you know, my thing is, you know, ever since you had said that that phrase, you know, it ends and begins with the men.
Yeah.
And it makes me look at a lot of situations differently, because I'm like, okay, you know, I get that she's acting like that, but I guarantee you, for him, he did something for her to act like that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then he's like, oh, that bitch is crazy. And it's like, no, a lot of times, bro, you're doing something that makes you lack in something that's causing her to do that. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, if you got yourself in check, then you can then put your woman in check.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you gotta have your shit together first, my guy.
That's why we say it begins and ends with the man. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
It began with you know, pursuing her, and then her cheating began with you fucking up, and then the end is, you know, it ends with you. You know, you're like, I'm cutting this shit off, you know?
Yeah.
Or even when they cut it off, right? It's like they were like, you're just so, you began to be so worthless. They're like, I'm cutting you off.
Yeah.
So it's like, it'll always be your fault. And that's what I'm saying. You just got to take that responsibility. And it may sound harsh, but I mean, we're all going through it. All men of it are going through it. So it's
and I'd rather be honest than acting like sugarcoating my words.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean. I in this show, I'm always brutally honest. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, bro, I'm not gonna hold anything back. I'm gonna fucking give it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, because I look at it like more people are gonna be helped when you're brutally honest versus like sugarcoating.
Yeah.
Because sugarcoating, what they're gonna do is they're gonna misinterpret. And they're going to mischaracterize everything that I'm saying. So that way it fits like, oh, okay. Oh, you know what? He said I didn't have to really change all that much. You know, he said that I was doing good on this. So then that means like this is not as bad.
Yeah.
But if I'm just fully brutally honest, they're like, oh shit, I don't fucking like the way you said it, but it's fucking true. Like, I do need to change that. I do need to do that. Damn. And then it's kind of up to you to put the work in or not. Because some people are going to put the work in and be like, shit, this is what I need to do. Okay, I'm going to create a game plan. But then some people are like, nah, man, no, I don't need to change. Like, he's just being a dick, this and that. Like, over doing the show over the 3 years, I've had a lot of people in that same, mainly men. Women, I think, kind of get it. Like, when I give women advice, a lot of times they take it.
Yeah.
The only time they don't take it is when it's like a cheating story, and I tell them, I'm like, you know, when it comes to like your man cheating on you, a lot of times if he's a good guy and he's worth it, give him that second chance.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because odds are, dude was just in the right place, right time. He don't really love that girl. You know what I mean? And if he comes to you remorseful and he's like, I fucked up, babe, that was not cool, I'm not going to do it again. Then, okay, take him back if you feel he's a good enough guy and put his feet to the fire. What he said is that he was not going to do it again, that he was remorseful of it, so on and so forth. I say once is a mistake and twice is a pattern. And once it becomes a pattern, then I'm like, okay, I can agree with you leaving. But if it's just one time, bro, like, come on, man. But on the flip side, if your girl cheats on you, it's done. The reason being is because she had to get to such an emotional position to even do that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So she's already like so emotionally invested in this other guy. Bro, she can't respect you nor love you when she breaks it off with him and goes back to you. Nah, man. She gonna be back in that relationship because she didn't want to deal with the problems. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But she's gonna be disrespecting you. She's not gonna care about you. She ain't gonna do shit. She's not gonna love you to the same degree. She's not gonna fuck you to the same degree. Like, she ain't gonna do none of that. She's going to half-ass every single thing because she is so emotionally connected to the other guy, because she broke up with you months before all this actually happened. She broke up with you in her head, you know? So, yeah. We spent way too long on this.
Yeah, that was
scenario.
a long one, but we wanted to help my man's out, you know.
Yeah, because he's got a lot to work on.
Yeah,
you got a lot to work on, bro. And I get it, man. You're 20. You need to do a lot of like self-reflecting content. You know what I mean? Look up that shit of just like, what is that type of content? Fuck. Like
self-improvement.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. Like men's improvement, self-improvement.
Yeah.
That.
If it's not hurting, you're not doing it right. It's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt a lot.
It does.
In all types of ways.
Yeah, because you're only gonna grow in uncomfortable situations.
Right.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the next one because we spent way too much time on that one. All right. Does it sound like he's just talking to me till he finds someone better?
Probably.
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. Just stole it out of my grape. I've been talking to this guy recently. We both live in different states. Oh, okay. All right, bro. Y'all not even dating, nigga.
Oh, my God.
All right, come on, man. Oh, yeah. We have potential plans to meet up. I don't know about that. But we are generally open to long distance and are both looking for a long-term relationship. Over call the other day, I told him I think it's best we meet soon. He's traveling in a couple weeks, and then I'm traveling almost after he gets back. He said, don't feel like this is holding you back. We aren't exclusive, so you can talk to others, and we don't know if we'll vibe in person. Don't put your eggs in one basket. I've generally been keeping my options open anyway, but to say it like that feels like he's just talking to me as a placeholder, bro. You
gotta read the rest.
Yeah, we really don't. He told you.
Yeah, fuck.
He told you, like,
this
bro.
This is that gaslighting I was talking about. God damn.
Oh my God.
She's like, no, but it could mean something else, right? It could mean something else.
Just the fact that it was long distance, I knew that you were cooked. Okay, look, man, he doesn't want to be with you. You're just kind of some convenient, something to talk to, like when he's lonely, whatever the case may be. He'll hit you up, this and that. He's dating and fucking other women, bro, and that's why he's telling you to do the same, because he's like, hey, I'm not just talking to you, bro. Like, I got a bitch in the bed right now. Like, bro, what are we talking about? Like, yeah, he doesn't want to be with you. I'm gonna just keep this short and sweet and simple. Yeah. He doesn't want to be with you. He doesn't look at this as a future prospect because you're long distance. Yeah. You got to understand, for women, long distance works. Why? Because women value the emotional connection and the feelings that they get with talking. Men, bro, we gotta have the physical, man. If we ain't touching you and fucking you, bro, it don't matter. We can have we could be perfectly compatible to the absolute T. But if we're not touching and fucking you, bro, it doesn't matter. And none of that matters for a guy. We look at it like, bro, if we ain't getting some coochie and some booty out of this, man, it don't matter. It really doesn't. So I'm going to go get me some coochie and some booty from a girl that, lives in my area or whatever. And if I'm lonely and I want to have a little conversation or whatever, I'll talk to you.
Yeah, especially because, you're physically unable to pass the baton back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can't show him wifey qualities from states away. You know? Like,
that's true.
There's no way you can get upgraded there. You you can, I guess, order him DoorDash, but like you're not gonna be able to cook for him, clean for him, like do the stuff that you need to do to be that homemaker. Where he's like, dude, I'm a breadwinner, she's the homemaker, we're a good dynamic. So it's like, I guess, right? If he was fucking delusional and maybe a little bit feminine, he'd be like, oh yeah, I could see her being my wife and I'll wait for her. But like then you guys would meet up and then you'd probably monkey branch to someone else.
Yeah, you you would end up leaving this dude anyway.
Yeah, there's no reason for y'all to continue talking or anything like that.
Nah, you're
especially when he laid it out. He was like, dude, he didn't say it straight up, but he was like, I'm pretty much fucking other things, dude. Are you doing the same? Because I don't want you being crazy and trying to like lock me down and get my life fucked up.
Or blow my spot up, because he could be dating some other girl. And it might be a thing where he's just like, bro, you gonna try and blow my spot up, talking, making up lies. And I'm like, oh, he told me he loved me and could get me and and then the old girl is like, what the fuck? So, dude, yeah, you're cooked. He doesn't want to be with you. It's over. No, man.
Hell yeah. It'd be different in this scenario if he was like, yeah, I do want to be with you. I love you, whatever, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
I just can't wait till it's like being in the same state,
Yeah, but the fact that he was just like, hey, look, when you're traveling, feel free to, bounce on some mushroom tip. Yes. Don't put your eggs in one basket. Do you, girl, all right? Because I am doing me. And I'm doing her right now. So do you, girl. Yeah, trust me. Cut it off. All right. Let's get on to the next one because that was self-explanatory. Yeah. Okay. Am I wrong? All right. Let's see if you're wrong. I'm thinking of getting a sex worker to give me some experience before I get a girlfriend so I don't look dumb in bed. Just to have sex because everybody I know had sex when they were 16. But I didn't mainly because my parents kept me in the house so I wouldn't get a girl pregnant. That causes me not to have any sexual experience at the age of 20 years old. So that makes me think about getting a sex worker to help with that, but I don't know where to find one.
That's the whole... No. You could do that 100%, but you're not going to learn the right things, you know what I mean? You're going to learn how to fuck, which is like fine, I guess, right, if someone wants to fuck, but there's a lot more that goes into each specific woman and how they want to be touched, how they want to be loved on, whatever the case may be. So it ultimately boils down to your idea of like, I fear looking dumb. And that in and of itself is a fucking stupid quality to have, because no matter what, at what age, right, you're going to look dumb at something. So
True.
The sooner that you get over that fear of looking dumb at something, once it actually starts happening and then you get experience, you'll just have that much better time going through life, because this idea of like, oh, I'm gonna avoid looking stupid in bed. It's like, okay, well, that sex worker, one, right? You hire a sex worker, it's gonna be like this fucking pity party of her trying to teach you what the fuck to do, or, I don't know. Was it a dude?
Yeah, it was a dude.
Okay, yeah. Either way, yeah, you're gonna hire this sex worker that's gonna be like, dude, this is a fucking pity party. Like some virgin wants me to teach them what to do. You know what I mean? Like that is setting the tone for your fucking first time to be terrible, brother. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have the same ideas about a relationship when you're like, oh, I've done this before. Like this is how it's supposed to go. When it's like it's a lot more when you're actually connecting with a human than fucking just hiring someone that's like a job, like doing their job, like you can always tell the difference between someone that enjoys what they do for work just for the love of the game, no matter the money. And then you can always tell the difference between someone that's just there for the fucking money. And it's like, dude, if you find a sex worker, you're not going to be learning the right shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Especially because you're not going to be looking to fuck someone that is like, you're not going to be looking to have sex with someone that's not a sex worker. You know what I mean? Like she's going to have a different idea about what sex is because it's her job. It's just this fucking throwaway thing that she does for money, versus a woman that you actually love is going to be expected to be treated a certain way, loved on a certain way, and fucking, expected to go differently than what your image is going to be. You know what I mean?
I'm going to actually say you should do it. You should. The reason being is because I look at it like women don't really value, male virginity like we value female virginity. Women kind of want a guy that is going to walk into the experience knowing what he's doing. Now, I agree when you say every woman is going to want to be loved different. Every woman's going to have their own, different like things that they like. Some girls like the clitoris. Some girls like, the entrance a little more. Some girls like, a little rougher. Some girls like a little softer, whatever. But I think for him to have like a baseline understanding and rubric, I think would help him, just so that way he's more familiarized when he gets into that situation with the girl. And I think it's good for you to rather like embarrass yourself in front of a girl you really don't care. You paid this girl to be here anyway, so it doesn't matter if you're embarrassed or not, or if you don't know anything or not. It's more of just like you're paying for a service. You're paying to learn something. I think he's just paying to learn how to not really have sex, but just learn what to do. Because my thing is when you do have sex with a girl that you do actually like, say it's your girlfriend, this and that, most of the time she's gonna tell you what she likes. You know what I mean? If you do something a little like, say, you're playing the DJ Hero and you're playing the DJ Hero a little too hard, she'll kind of be like, oh, softer, oh, you know what I mean? Or if you're just kind of like fingering her a little too much, she's gonna be like, oh no, play with the clit a little bit. Like some girls will kind of, not all girls, but some girls will just kind of like nudge you in the right direction a little bit. And if he's the type of guy where he walks in there and he's just like fingering a girl because he saw it on porn, and then she's just like, oh no, touch on the clit, and he's like, the what? The what? What is that? You know what I mean? So it's like, I think coming in doing that would give him at least a baseline rubric of, okay, this is what girls tend to generally like, but in the event my girl doesn't like that, you know what I mean, there's this, there's that. She can give him alternatives, give him a little bit of advice, just something to go into. Because if you go into it blind, I think he's going to look at it like, bro, I don't know what to do. Then she's going to kind of look at it like, okay, this kind of really turns me off. I don't know if I want to continue doing this. And now he's just kind of naked, shriveling dick, and he's just like, bro. And I get it. You should get over that embarrassment 1000%. But I think getting over the embarrassment with someone like a sex worker that he paid for, I think it would give him the confidence, because he's walking into it like, all right, because of the sex worker, I kind of know what I'm doing. I kind of know what I'm doing. I kind of know what I'm getting myself into. So when she tells me the clitoris, I know what that is. When she tells me to go a little harder and softer, I know what she means. If she tells me, you know, to like, you know, suck on the nipples a certain way or whatever, I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing. That's the only reason why I agree with it, is because it's like women value experience when it comes to sex in a man versus we value inexperience in a woman, because, you know, we want to teach her and we want to be the first one and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. That's why I agree. I'm like, I think you should, just because it would get your confidence up. It'd give you at least a baseline of, you know, what you need to do or what she would be talking about when she guides you and shit like that. So
I mean, yeah, I could see that. Generally speaking, though, I would say if she is the woman that you'd be like keeping around for a while, she'll probably, and if she values you, she'll probably tolerate your embarrassment for a while anyway. So
yeah,
you could. It's essentially the same thing. It's just for yourself, right? Like I said from the beginning, you absolutely could 100%. Like you're not going to like completely fuck yourself up, right? I would just say no, because I would never pay for any of that stuff. So it's like. And this is why it's like a conversation that really doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, the root of what you're afraid of is the problem. It's like your experience with sex has nothing to do with anything, because like we were saying, you know, like you could go in with more confidence, but then, you know, like fucking, let's just say a woman's like, oh, you had confidence and like you were rubbing the clit a little too hard or whatever. And then she's like, well, this means he's fucking done it with other girls and I don't fucking like that. And now I'm jealous, yada, 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 whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like there's always outliers where it's like, all right, it doesn't matter because every girl's going to be different anyways. You know what I mean? So
I get that.
Like they're gonna, but that's what I'm getting at, where I would just say no, because like the whole paying for it, and then like you could learn stuff that doesn't really matter because you find a girl that you love, and then from there it's going to be different anyways. But I'm not saying that like you're wrong or I'm right or anything, because in reality the root problem is that fear of being embarrassed. You know what I mean?
No,
you're only 20. Most women that have had sex that being at 16 are fucking gross anyway, so don't fucking don't worry about that. You know what I mean? Like, do you want one of those girls that's had sex at 16 like multiple times until they got to their 20s and now they get to you? Like, if that's what you want, then like, I mean, I guess you have a reason to be embarrassed, but like, motherfucker, like you'll find someone else that, you know, in their 20s, 30s, whatever, is a virgin as well, and then you guys can fucking learn together. So
yeah, it just sucks nowadays for younger guys, because, you know, the average girl it runs fucking laps around the average guy when it comes to sexual experience, and so that's kind of the reason why, like, in today's day and age, I would say, you know what, that's a viable option, getting a sex worker to learn some stuff and, you know, just kind of get a baseline of it. It sucks because it's like back in our day, you know, we could do that. Back in our day, we could find a girl that we like and all that kind of stuff. We meet, like, all right, I'm gonna give you an example. When I lost my virginity, that shit sucked. That shit was trash, bro. Like, And I lost it to a girl that I was, you remember, well, probably don't want to say her name on here, but I'll tell you after. But it was a girl we went to school with in middle school. And her and I ended up going to like some kind of like, well, actually we didn't go together. I went with a couple of friends to this party or whatever that a friend got invited to. And then she happened to go to that same party with her friends. And then, I got a little bit drunk. It was one of those things where it's like one beer can get you fucking like, oh. And so her and I ended up hooking up. And it was one of those things where it was just like, bro, I was like a mad 2-pump chump kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the moment the penis crest in, I was like, oh, whoa. Oh my God. That was crazy. You know what I mean? Like, but then when you think back on it, you're like, damn, that shit was trash. And it kind of embarrasses you a little bit. Like for us, it was kind of okay to do that because girls didn't really have experience like that. You know, she thought like, oh, damn, that's what it is. Like, it just goes in and it's done. Like, well, that's crazy. It's like getting a shot.
It's like getting a shot.
Yeah, but if you did that with girls nowadays, bro, you put that bitch in and then you instantly nut. She's just like, bro, really?
Then you're in the group chat and you're cooked.
Facts. And that's what I mean. It's like getting a sex worker, I think, for nowadays, I think it would be beneficial to you just on the fact that, like, a lot of girls are just more experienced than guys nowadays.
Fuck it. I mean, I'm not against the idea of investing in yourself, you know?
Oh, 100%.
It's essentially like going to school, so.
Yeah, and that's how I see it, because I know we look at it like, oh, we would never pay for sex and stuff like that. But if I was 20 right now, I probably would pay for it only because I know the knowledge I'm gaining. I wouldn't do it. Now, I do agree with you in one area. Because you did say it would change the way that you view sex. And that is completely understandable, because he could go in there and pay for it, right? And then he looks at it like, bro, why the fuck am I out here trying to court bitches when I can just pay and get me some coochie? Yeah. And then he doesn't get a girlfriend. Yeah. So that is where, like, I was like, you know what? He's mad facts with that one, because he's 20 years old. He doesn't know. And especially if this is his first time, he puts his dick in this sex worker and he's like, oh, well, this feels amazing. Oh my God. You know what I mean? And so
especially if she's really, really good. Right?
Yeah, and he's like, bro, this was so easy, bro. I dropped her $100. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and he's calculating it in his head, and he's just like, oh man, all right. I make $300 a week at my little job. Like, if I throw her $100, I still got $200 for the week. Like, yeah, why get a girlfriend? Yeah. You know what I mean? I could just drop $100 on a sex worker and be straight chilling. Yeah. So I do agree with you on that, and that is one reason why I would be like, don't do it, because it would then change your mindset of just like, I don't have to court women, I could just pay them, and that fucking sucks. Now you're paying into the simp economy, and that's ruining it for everybody else. So I do agree with that. But at the same time, it's a double-edged sword.
It is.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Because I know if I were 20 and nowadays dating, I would definitely do it. Yeah. Because I'd look at it like, bro, I know I couldn't two-pump chump a girl and then date her right after. Yeah. Like, there's no way I could do that like I did when I was a kid. You know, mind you, that was probably, 2006, 2005, somewhere around there. You know, girls weren't really like that. The girls were just kind of, you know, they had to really, really like you in order to do something like that. And so it was like, I two-pump chumped, and we still dated after that, regardless. So it was just like, you can't do that nowadays. Yeah. You just can't do that.
And that's
nowadays.
why we're talking about, like, the deep-rooted cause of that embarrassment is what's really, like, playing into this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It really does. All right, let's get into our last one for today. Sadly, since we've been ranting, we haven't gotten to get to as many scenarios as we get to, but it's all right. Okay, this is our last one. I need advice. How do I date as a 23-year-old loser? All right, I'm 23. I've been on dating apps for 4 years now. Damn. Oh. Stupid, bro. In 2 of Australia's biggest cities, I've had one date. She later blocked me on the drive home after I thought it went well. That's crazy. She's over here in the passenger seat like,
let me just block this man now. Yeah. He not texting me. He made it home or nothing. Fuck. Damn it.
He said, let me block this man right now.
Right now. She couldn't even give you the decency to wait till you were gone.
Man, she did it in the car, bro. She did it in your face. I wouldn't be surprised if she was just like, see this? I fucking blocked you. Oh, bro.
Yeah, I had to hit that.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Hit you like
100%.
Fuck. Jesus Christ. Especially for her to be like, see this? Right in your face. Block.
Yeah.
We're not doing this again.
Oh, my God.
Mate, because they're in Australia.
Mate. All right. I suck at talking to girls. If I get a match, when I say match, I mean I'm lucky if I get one every month or two after the first 2 messages. They stop replying. That's done. I'm so nervous when it comes to dating that no one's going to even want to date me. I still haven't had a first kiss. Haven't slept with a girl. Hell, I don't even think I've given a girl a hug. Damn, bro. Damn. My problem is I'm an unattractive loser. I have no friends, not even one. My hobbies, well, they are none. I've tried finding hobbies for years, but well, I've had no luck. My job involves nobody close to my age, so that's out of the window. I've tried changing my style so I look somewhat more attractive, new and different style clothing, haircuts, new glasses, etc. Okay, there we go. We're making progress somewhere. I like that. Okay, I don't know how to get myself out there. I want to get out there dating, but I don't know what to do or don't know what I need to do. Okay, we're working with something.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes.
The fact that you got a haircut, you're changing your style. I want to read it verbatim. I don't want to get anything wrong. You went ahead and just different clothing, haircuts, new glasses, etc. That's good. That's good. Now what you need to do is you need to go fucking get rejected. All right? And now you're thinking like,
hey, yo, what the fuck?
What are you talking about? Aaron, what the fuck? Get rejected? What do you mean? This is what I mean. You're going to go out and you're going to talk to women. And you're just going to talk to them and ask them out. You're going to go places wherever it is that you go on a daily basis, the grocery store, the mall, whatever it may be. You go places and you see a woman and you're like, oh, she's kind of cute. You're going to walk up to her and you're going to be like, hi, how are you? And she's going to be like, I'm good. I think you're pretty. And she's going to be like, thank you. And you're gonna be like,
run.
And you're gonna be like, oh, can I get your number? And she's gonna be like, oh no, I got a boyfriend. Oh, thank you. And then you're gonna be like, okay. And you're gonna walk away. And then you're gonna do it again. And then you're gonna do it again. And then you're gonna do it again. And you're gonna do it so many fucking times to where you've been rejected so many times that you are just impervious to it. You got a new stat buff. You are just you're immune to rejection because you've been rejected so many fucking times that when a girl rejects you, you're just like, all right, cool, peace. That's what you're gonna do. And the thing is not a lot of guys do this. Not a lot of guys realize that, bro, you need to build up your resistance to rejection first before you then can get the acceptance of women. A lot of guys don't realize that. This was something my hard-headed ass had to learn too. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was in the same boat, and this is why I'm giving the advice that I'm giving, is I needed to get to a point where I could talk to women and not really care the outcome of the conversation. So if I'm talking to an attractive woman and all that kind of stuff, if it leads to us, linking up and going out on a date, cool. If it doesn't, I walk off and it is what it is. The world keeps spinning. My life keeps moving. Time keeps ticking. It doesn't change anything in my life. That's where a lot of people, or a lot of guys, I'm gonna say, get to a point, because women don't have this problem. Women look at it like I would say, even like the fattest and ugliest women are just like, oh, you don't want to be with me, then you're just not my guy. Oh, you think I'm fat? Well, you're just not my husband then. Like, they don't give a fuck. But it's dudes that have this problem, because dudes don't understand that, bro, you need to be rejected by women before you can be accepted by women. And that's what you're going to do, bro. You're going to go out, you're going to get rejected after rejected after rejected. And before you know it, you're going to go from hi, how are you, to hi, how are you? Wow, I was over there and I thought you were really pretty. And I thought I'd come over and say, what's up? What is your name? You know what I mean? Like, you're just going to be so comfortable. And then you're going to walk into situations with women like, oh, I already know I'm going to get rejected. I do. Anytime that I see a girl and I think she's really cute and whatnot, I'm going to go talk to her like, oh yeah, I'm probably going to get rejected. But in the moments I don't, I'm like, I'm him, baby. I'm him. And so, like I said, you're going to get to a point where you're just going to talk to people. Just talk to women. Just talk to women. And I would say talk to some guys too. Walk up to some guys you don't know. Like, hey, how's it going, guys? What's up? Why? Because that just builds your conversational skills, and it builds your social skills, and it allows you to kind of just understand how to have conversation, how to talk, how to bounce off of people, all that kind of stuff. Like, it helps. It helps a lot. So it's like, don't just talk to women. You know what I mean? Talk to some dudes too. And you never know. In that, like, talking to dudes and building your confidence, stuff like that, ask these guys, hey man, you know, I'm looking to like learn how to talk to women and stuff like that. Those guys will help you. They'll be like, oh bro, you know, you could do this. Oh, you could do that. Oh bro, say this. Oh yeah, no, say this. And they'll probably even be like, oh, do you see a girl that's attractive around here? Oh, that girl right there. Okay, all right, look. This is what you're gonna do. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go up to her. You're gonna say X, Y, and Z. And then when she says A, B, and C, then you hit her with the D, D, F, G. You know what I mean? And they'll tell you. They'll give you advice, and you'll be like, okay, all right, I'll go up to her. You go up to her, and you say what they said. And if you get rejected, you get rejected. If you get a number, you walk back to them, and you're like, let's go. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Build your life the way that you want it to be, and all it takes is just you putting yourself out there. And you know, the more you get rejected, the better. If I'm being real with you.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could add to that is you said you work with people that are not your age or something like that.
Yeah.
That don't sound like a bad thing, you know what I mean?
Get
like
you
that's
some cougars. That's his advice. Yeah. He said, get you an old white lady. No, I'm just
Oh my god. I mean, maybe, you know, you never know, right? What I was getting at was more towards like your success in life. You said you have no hobbies, no friends.
Yeah.
You have a blank canvas at that point. You know
100%.
What I mean? Like, you gotta, because a woman's not gonna like stick around very long if you're boring. So you gotta find some shit that you like, and from there, you start building your life around that holistically, like your work, your hobbies. You know, just going out, like he said, like getting that like interaction with people face to face is definitely going to help you wonders, right? Because
dating apps are not for you.
That's the thing where the easier it is for you to be disqualified without that face to face interaction, the harder it is to really nail down success, or like I was going to say the close, but that's like a sales term. You know what I mean? That was just something that, like, for myself, right? I would get dropped off in fucking random neighborhoods all throughout Southern California, and they'd be like, go try to sell motherfuckers internet. And I'd be like, my name is Michael. I'm here because we did some upgrades in the area. And they'd be like, get the fuck off my property.
Yeah, they'd just be like, boom. Close the door, slam over and over and over again, right? Until I was like, motherfucker's not even going to listen anyways. I might as well just say it to the fucking door, you know? So, like, people start answering the door. I start going through it. And then eventually, like, the fact that I was just so confident in saying things, they'd be like, oh, okay, tell me more. And I'd be like, I got a little bit further. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So let's get into this. And you start talking, and it's the exact same thing with any scenario, any fucking where.
He did exactly what I was telling.
Yeah.
The exact scenario I gave you of where you're gonna walk up to a girl and you're gonna be like, "Hey, how are you? What's your name?" That was him.
Yeah.
And then he got so used to just being rejected, door slammed in his face over and over and over and over again, to where he was just like, I'm confident at it. I'm walking up to this door knowing I'm going to get it slammed in my face. So I might as well just be confident about it.
Yep.
Hey, this is what we're doing. You know, upgrades went at the door. And then he's like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Because I guarantee you're going to find that girl that you're going to be like, oh, hey, how's it going? You know, I thought you were really pretty, blah, blah, blah. You're going to be like, oh, she's going to reject me. And then she's like, yeah, I'll give you my number. And you're like, oh, shit. We got one.
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
and that's the exact thing, because now, personally, I would say I'm pretty much bulletproof. You know what I mean? You go to fucking, I did it for so long that when people would pull guns on me or like threaten to beat my ass or whatever the case may be, I'd be like,
hey, yo, what the fuck?
What did you say? Have a good day.
They pulled what?
Yeah, I still remember it. It was within my first month actually of doing it. I showed up not dressed precariously. I showed up much like how I'm dressed right now, right? I had a fucking collared shirt, tie. I was a little overdressed, I would say. Knocked on this dude's door, and he was like, he can't, like, the first thing I see is a fucking silver Magnum on the door, and he's like, what the fuck do you want? And I was like, oh, shit. Hey, look, brother, my name's Michael. I'm here because we're doing upgrades. And he's like, what the fuck? No soliciting, blah, 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 blah. Starts yelling at me, right? And I'm like, all right, be cool, man. It's no big deal. Like, I don't give a fuck, you know?
It was an old man?
It was just an old man, you know? Fucking didn't trust people, you know?
Nah, that man was racist, bro.
Yeah, probably.
That man was fucking racist.
And this is part of my thing where, like, just beat the fuck out of old people. But regardless, you know, now I do virtual sales, right? So I do, like, calling and shit like that. So now when people are like, oh, what the fuck? You're calling me over and over again? I'm like, motherfucker, I don't even see you. You think this affects me? I'm actually happy that someone answered the goddamn phone. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. The longer you're on the phone, the more dangerous I am. So, you know, you cussing me out doesn't. And it happens at the door, on the phone, no matter where you are, right? The more someone talks to you, the more engaged they are. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if they're angry or if they're happy or if they're sad, whatever the case may be. If you went up to a woman and she was like, oh, hell no, you're coming up to me and you look like that, yada, yada, yada. She enjoys being in your presence. She just wants a little back and forth, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And from there, right, like you'll figure it out, right? But that's what I figured out is when people would yell at me at the door, like, "You're coming at this time of night? Do you know you're bothering people?" Blah blah blah, and I'd be like, "I don't give a fuck." And then it would turn into, well, you know, I know I was a little rude at the beginning, but like you stuck it out, and I actually commend you on that, dude. Like, what kind of stuff do you have going on? And I'd be like, fucking idiot, dude, got another one. You know what I mean?
Got him.
So it's the exact same thing. Like he's saying, you get rejected over and over again, and you just start to like, okay, are you done yet? Because now it's my turn to speak a little bit. Yeah. You know, I'm not out here bugging you. I just thought you're fucking pretty. You know, it looked like you fucking enjoy a nice latte or some shit. Like, oh, why enjoy Americanos? Like, well, I actually know this place down the road that does a really good Americano. And they're like, oh, well, I guess that sounds nice. And you're like, they're like, what the fuck just happened? Like,
and you're sitting there like, sweet dude, got her.
I got her. You know what I mean? From there, it'll write itself. You know, like he said. You know, as long as the success and like the hobbies and everything are in play, right? Like you don't have to have some extravagant hobby or something niche.
No.
But you have something in place to where you're not only focused on her. You'll be fine, dude. You'll start getting that rejection therapy. No matter what they'll say, you'll become bulletproof, and you're like, all right, next question.
Yeah, and that's what it comes down to, man. I did it myself. I just got rejected over and over and over and over and over again, and I got to a point where I'm just like, women don't affect me anymore. I see a girl that I like, I just walk up to her. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Even if she's with her friends and stuff, and this is what I use. You guys can steal this one. When she's with her friends, you ignore the girl that you're actually going for. Talk to all her friends and you say this. You say, hey guys, your friend that just left, like, is she single? You know what I mean? And if she says something, you ignore her. Just ignore the fuck out of her. Like, is she single? Is she single? Because, dude, I swear to God, I saw her across the room. And then right when I was walking up, she fucking left. Like, what the fuck? And the friends are going to be like, what the fuck? What's going on? Oh, my God. Da, da, da. And a lot of times they will be like, yeah, she's single. Da, da, da. And I'll be like, okay, cool. When she gets back, just act natural, okay? Act like nothing happened. Oh, you're back. Hey, oh my God. I was actually just talking to your friends about you, you know, that you had just left right when I was walking up to you. She's going to be like, what the heck? But what that does is that goes to show her that immediate social proof that you're able to just talk to people, that you're able to just get along with motherfuckers. And she's like, wow, if he can get along with my friends, like, we can so get along. Like, there's no way that we can't get along, because women need that. Women need that social proof to see that you're kind of that guy. So again, you need to just be able to walk up to women and just, if you get rejected, you get rejected. If you don't, you don't. And then I think hobbies, like, once you've built this kind of rejection therapy and you've built this kind of confidence and stuff, I think everything else will fall into place as far as your hobbies and what you like and stuff like that, because you're going to be talking to so many people. They're going to open your eyes to things that you may have never thought that you were into. You're like, oh shit, you know, this dude that helped me out with this one girl at this college campus or whatever, you know, he was talking about he was into cars, and now I kind of got into cars, and now cars are kind of my hobby. Or, oh, I was talking to this dude and and you know, he and I were, and that's why I was saying talk to guys too, because you can not only get advice from them, they not only can help you, but you can also build friends. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because men, we build friendships off of camaraderie, you know what I mean? And when we're kind of like focused on the same goal, and that's how you build a lot of male friendships. You build it through camaraderie, and the easiest way to build camaraderie is through women. I ain't gonna lie to you. Why? Because all of us niggas love women. You know what I mean? So we're willing to talk about them and help dudes out and wingman and all that kind of stuff. He's like, yeah, hey, Michael, thank you for letting me borrow the Lambo. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, hey, you know, thanks for lending me 10 grand yesterday. That shit helped me out. You know, it's these things where you build that camaraderie, man, and that's going to help you out, and that's going to build everything else on top of it. And then before you know it, bro, you're going to be 25. You're probably going to be like slick and smooth with it with women. You're going to have some hobbies that you like to do. You're going to have some boys that you go out with every night, and you're going to be living a good life, man. But it all starts with you putting in the work and getting rejected. That's where it starts. That is all it takes.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, but that's going to go ahead and be today's episode, man. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It was definitely a juicy, action-packed episode, man. Definitely go to your local independent woman and tell her we love her.
Yeah.
And that she don't need no man, as the videos say it.
Hurt your nearest old person with too much audacity.
Exactly. Beat up your nearest old lady and old man because, you know, they some racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. You know what I mean? We got to eradicate the old people. We're starting a movement. I would love to put that on a t-shirt and see if that shit sells. You know, eradicate old people.
Oh yeah, get them out of here.
That would be some crazy shit, bro. All right, we love you guys so much, man. We appreciate you guys for coming out every week, hanging out and all that good stuff. I will see you guys on Tuesday. He'll be back next week on Sunday. Patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. Get that exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on Tuesday and Sunday, like these lovely people did for today. It's only $3 a month. Start your 7-day free trial if you want to get a sneak peek and check it out. Audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys have absolutely been killing it, and I appreciate you so much for coming out every week, downloading the episodes, and rating us 5 stars on your preferred platform. If you want to help out even more on the free 99 side, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All of that helps out tremendously. Everything is linked down in the description. Follow our boy over here, Mike Life 333 on Instagram and TikTok.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for sending in your scenarios, all the support you guys have been showing us on all your platforms. Thank you so much.
My bad. Hit the intro. My bad. Go.
That's all I had to say. I was just saying thank you to the viewers. You know, let us know what you guys think in the comments. I love reading all the comments, things of that nature. It gives me a good, kick, and it lets me know that we're doing good on the channel. So.
Yeah, man. The feedback is always nice. We always like to see your feedback. We always like to see your comments, stuff like that. Even if the comments are negative, bro. You know what I mean? I
can't stop it.
I love our fellow retards in the fucking thing because we still get that. Oh, this video is fake, dude. I'm like, all right, bro. All right. You have that one, Johnny. You know, that's one of those things where I'm just like, sometimes what I'll do is I'll pin their stupid comment, and it's like putting a shitty drawing on the refrigerator. Yeah. So everybody can see your shitty fucking comment. Like, I love doing that crap because it just embarrasses them. And a lot of people just sit there and they're just like, bro, you're fucking dumb. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Everybody look at the dunce. Yeah. Everybody look at them. They're stupid. But all right, we love you guys. We'll see you next week. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.